Yeah. So hello friends. My name is Amit Kumar Murmu. I'm your interviewer today, and we have some new faces here. So we will be continuing with our interview preparation challenge. So jumping on to directly the formats. Formats is the same. Two conceptual question per interviewee, and then we will go to guess the output section, and then the coding problem. So starting first from Supriya. So Supriya, your question is that you need to discuss or you need to give me the differences between let, const, and var along with their examples.
Okay, thank you, host. So const and var are the three things which are used to declare variables in JavaScript. And firstly, I will start with let. Let is a block element which only allows you to declare its value within the given element. Like if you are declaring it into the function, then its limitation will be inside the function. You cannot call it outside the function. It's not possible. So this is the let one. Const is a constant value function. It means the value whichever you have given to the const variable that cannot be changed. It will remain constant throughout the whole code. So that is the const, and where refers to the element which can be recalled, which also allows you to reassign its value. It cannot be redeclared, but it allows you to reassign its value. And it is just similar to const. The only basic difference between const and var is this: the var's value can be reassigned, but the const value is fixed. It cannot be changed. So this is the basic difference between three. So that's the answer to your question.
Okay. Could you please give the syntax like how let, const, and var are used while declaring the variables?
Yeah, sure. So, if you are writing your code, like you have declared a function, let the function's name be cricket, function cricket, the parenthesis, then curly bracket, and inside it you are writing let first value is equals to 0 and return first value. Then you cannot declare it outside the closing of the curly bracket. Like if you have declared it then and there, then it cannot be recalled anywhere outside that function. Its working will remain limited to that particular function only. So this is the declaring of let. Coming to the const, it simply declares like const variable equal to 123, and then you can call it anywhere you want to call it. Let it be outside the function, let it be inside the function. It can be called, it can be cached in any extents of your whole element. And coming to var is quite simple, because it can be reassigned, it can also be called anywhere. And you can also manipulate the value, as I already told you. So simply you can write like var s is equals to anything, and then you can call it in any element. You can even call it outside the function. So that's it.
Okay, very clear, understood. Jumping on to Karan. So Karan, tell me about the use cases of arrow functions, why it was introduced, and what problem does it solve that we cannot do with the regular functions? You are muted, I guess.
Hello.
Yeah, it is clear now.
So I was saying I have to tell you why we use arrow functions, like why it is introduced, right?
Yes, what problem it solves that we cannot go with the function, like regular function, basically difference and the
Okay,
advantages of
difference, na?
using arrow functions.
Okay. So basically, there are several disadvantages for using arrow functions. First of all, if I tell you in points, so first of all, we can't use several methods while using arrow functions, which is possible in main function. Okay, we can't use any call, bind, or any apply method inside the arrow function. It is not possible. Then also in arrow function, we can't use this keyword. Don't allow us to use these specific keywords or properties inside the arrow function. So these are the basic disadvantages of the arrow function.
Okay, now a follow-up question. Tell me about some advantages.
Okay, advantages. So basically, the syntax of the arrow function is really small. Like you can easily make arrow function anywhere. Like there are parentheses and equals to an arrow sign. So it is really simple to make the arrow function whenever like you are calling any event or something like add event listener. So we usually uses the arrow function only because it makes the syntax small. So I only know about this advantage of the arrow function.
Okay, fine. Takeable. Nice. Jumping on to Maheen. Okay, Maheen, tell me what are destructuring and give me an example with syntax.
Okay, so basically, what is destructuring? The destructuring is a concise way to extract the value from the array and the property of the object. And if I talk about the example, so it's, for example, I have a one object like a const or let obj equal to and one object. In that object, I have a property like a name Amit and work as a interviewer. So this is what a object my, and after that I need to use this structuring to the extract the value. So just let and the curly braces, and inside I write a name and comma and the work, and the key of the data that object, and equal to target that object's name. What did I give the name? So basically it I give a obj to obj, and then just I console.log name. When I do console.name, so I get your name like Amit, and if I do like console.log work, so I get your work like an interviewer. And after we can also reassign like in this structuring, I in curly braces I write a name, so I can do like a name and column, and one more like I want to change the name like a my name, and like a my name. So when I console that my name, so I get the Amit name. So this is how the destructuring works, helpful for us to extract the value from array and property of objects, and we can use it majorly in the React. So this is what destructuring.
Nice. Good. Nice. Now, Vishal, tell me about what are template strings and give me a use cases of it. Like how do we use it with syntax?
Yeah, thank you, host. So basically, template literals introduced in ECMAScript 6 2015. With the help of template literals, basically it's a concise way and flexible way to work on strings in JavaScript. In a template literals, we can work in a more better way on strings or multi-line strings. Yeah, that's it. You are mute.
Okay, yeah, nice. So jumping on Akash, you tell me about what are default parameters, how to use it, and give me an example of like syntax with syntax.
So yeah, basically default parameter is also the key features that is introduced in ECMAScript 6 in JavaScript in 2015. Basically, it's or it means a properties or a features that we usually used when some parameters that is missing or undefined in functions. Then it is basically use the default value so that my function or parameter runs successfully and resolve the value. So basically, it is very useful when the functions in the parameters and defined and missing, then it is very useful to direct we can assign the value as a default value. For example, we can take a function and function name, and in the parameter we have taken a and other b, and b is equal to undefined. Then if I want to assign the value a is equal to b, a is equal to 2, and another that we have taken b, then let b is equal to, if I write 2, then it directly take the default value of 2 inside that in the place of undefined, and that's why we are able to console that value very easily. Yeah, that's all from my side about default parameters.
Nice, good. Okay, now jumping on to Kirtika, you tell me about what do you know about fetch, how to use it, and an example of fetch using like syntax and all that. Yeah.
Mute, you are in mute.
You are muted. Yes.
Okay, in the modern world, we are using for fetching purpose, we are using the HTTP request, but in an older version, we used the exam HTTP request. So it is very flexible way to getting request in the JavaScript doing HTTP fetch API. And we usually get how we use the fetch API syntax is fetch, and inside the parentheses and semicolon that commas. we will get the URL. Once we get the URL, we have to convert that data into the JSON model. So .then .catch we will use. So first .then and converting into the .json, like example data equal to means data is .json, like that we will convert it. That is a response is .json. And again, we are converting that JSON part into the console part. So data is a console.log data. So we will get the data. In case the error means .catch, we will make cuts, and error is a error. That like this we will use fetch API.
Okay, nice. Vishal, pause the recording for a moment. Okay, good. Maheen, tell me about what do you know about a REST operator? Only the REST operator, use cases, and an example.
Okay, so REST operator. Okay, so REST operator basically used in the functions. And if I talk about the example, because with example, I can create more about the REST operator. So suppose I have one function and the name is a function is like a my function, and in the parentheses I want to pass some values like when I'm call that my function somewhere like a my function, and I need to pass the so many parameters, so many values like a 1 to like 1 to 9 and 10, and I want to so by when we don't use the rest operator, so we need to write the same like I write a 1 to 10 in the when I call the function like a my function, and in parentheses I write a 1 to 10, and after when I call when I go to that block of the function, and in that parentheses I need to write a 10 values to capture that values. But when we using the rest operator, just like a three dots dot and the numbers like what I want to give that the numbers, and did only this syntax can include the that all 1 to 10 values, and whatever the values of number available at the when the function we are calling, so they just this three dot, and the only one value can capture the all that values. So this is what the rest operator very useful. So this is what I know.
Okay, nice, fine. Akash, tell me about hoisting. Like, what is the basic concept about behind hoisting and the behavior in JavaScript?
So yeah, basically hosting is a physical property that is containing always on the top of the scope during the compilation period or compilation phase. So suppose if we want to understand, or I want to make you understand about the hosting, then we can take the examples. Suppose we taken the example, suppose let x is equal to b, or let where v is equal to 2, and also const c is equal to 3. Then these three variables that we can host it, but the where is when we hosted, then it always hosted in a global scope. But when we talk about the let and const, then it always be hosted in the temporary date zone, because it is a block scope variables. That's why when we hosted these two, then it goes in the temporary date zone and says that it's coming in the block scope. That's the main difference of hosting. And also the use cases of hosting is in functions. When we write a functions and we want to hosted the functions, then it is very important, because suppose we write a functions and we console inside the function something, and if we want to call that functions a lower of that function, then it executed. But when we hosted that function of the top of that function, then also it can be executed, and it is becomes more useful for other functions to extract that value or to recall that value. Yeah, that's all about hosting.
Okay, nice. Karan, tell me about what are prototypes in JavaScript. Again, you forgot to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Yeah.
So basically, like this whole JavaScript is made up on constructor functions, and inside those constructor functions, there are prototypes. Like they are the levels of prototypes. And on those prototypes, we can store some methods or anything. Okay, so basically, when we create any constructor or anything, we can use prototype to save anything inside that prototype. There are many methods we use in prototype, like dot prototype, like a set prototype and other things to give the object same properties like which the other object have. So it is basically like when we want to access any other object from one another object, so we use prototypes. So this is the basic thing.
Okay, nice. Kirtika, you tell me about modules in JavaScript. Like, what are modules, and how do we implement? Like, how do we use modules? Where do we use it?
Modules in the sense, I didn't get the question.
Okay, let me give you a hint.
I just covered that, whatever you said.
Yeah, so modules in the sense that we have JavaScript files and we can convert those JavaScript files into modules so that we can use it to other JavaScript files.
Like a db.json, like that you are telling?
Not like that. It could be considered as a component. If we made a JavaScript file as a module, then we can use it as if it is a component. Yeah.
No, Amit, I'm not getting this question.
Okay, then let's flip the question. Let me speak about tell me about how you can implement prototype chain. Like if you want an object to inherit the other objects
No.
methods.
I didn't cover these topics. Only whatever you said, that things only I covered it.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so let's go to Supriya then. I will come to you back. Supriya, you tell me about what is the drawback if we use the arrow functions inside classes? Because we know that arrow functions can't be used inside classes. What is the reason behind that?
Okay, so maybe arrow functions has got one benefit, that it is concise in comparison to writing whole function variables, but there are some drawbacks of it. The very first drawbacks is this, that we cannot use inbuilt functions when we are using arrow functions. That's the major reason that why we don't use it. And only inbuilt functions cannot be used. Only one benefit is there, that it is concise and it looks cleaner to our code to be written, and it enhances our coding skills. That's it. It saves the time. But there are drawbacks, that we cannot use .then, .call, or any inbuilt function which can be helpful to us to hello, pause the recording. Hello. Okay.
Yeah, Vishal, start.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So you asked me that what are the drawbacks. I already finished half of the answer. The only way I'll conclude to you so that it can give you a more clear view. So the arrow function is a way concise to be written in our code, but it has got drawbacks, that we cannot use inbuilt functions which help our code to be get enhanced, like .call, .then, which is used to catch the error in our fetch elements. So these things cannot be used if you are using a arrow function. It is a greatest drawback of arrow function. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Vishal, you are left. Tell me about what is the difference between filter method and map method. We have those methods inside our array methods. So just the difference between them.
Yeah, thank you. So basically, with the help of map method, map is a basically a high order function. So with the help of map, we can, if we want to iterate over an array or a string, so we just write map. With the help of map, we can access all the elements or all the indexes of whatever we have, like a string or it can be a list. Array. So with the help of map, we can directly access each and every element of that. Or filter. Filter is also a high order function, but I really don't know the exact working of filter here. That's it.
Okay, on that case, let me just clarify. What filter does is it iterates over the array elements and it returns, or it only processes those elements which basically validates true. I mean, which stands true according to the logic we have written inside the arrow function inside filter. So if that stands true, then only it processes that element. Otherwise, it's just skip that element. Yeah, so that was it. Now, since we have done with all the questions around conceptual thing, we can jump onto the guess the code section. So let's share my screen. Yeah, first question is for Karan. So Karan, you need to guess the output for this. Yeah, hope it is visible.
Okay, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Hello, hello. So there is console log na? There is console log. Okay. Nice. Okay, so there's function one, and inside that function, A and B are the arguments. That's some A and B console log sum. Okay. So we are
Pause the
calling.
recording meanwhile he is guessing.
Yeah, right. Please.
Yeah, we can pause the recording as well.
Okay. So
Hello.
it will give us the sum. And const and
Vishal,
Pause
are you
it.
there?
Please
hello,
ask him
Vishal
to
bhai, hello.
pause it.
Hello, Vishal bhai, hello. Vishal bhai,
I
are you
think
there?
co-host can also pause the recording.
No, he can't.
Host.
Because
Okay.
वैसे you can host.
Even I can't.
No, you can.
Yeah.
Just click on
No, I
recording.
can't.
There is an option recording up there.
Okay.
Just click. बता दूंगा ऐसे. Okay, so first of all, when we are calling function one, so it will give us answer. Well, like there is no like we are not giving the values to A and B, so it will give us simply undefined function one. Okay, and console log also, because we are console logging it inside the function, we are not returning it. So this will also give us undefined console log function one, right? Because we are not returning it, we are simply console logging it. So when we are calling it inside console log, so it will give us undefined function one. I'm talking about. Hello, are you there, Amit? You are stuck, Amit.
Yeah.
Hello, Amit.
Go ahead.
This will also give us undefined. Hello.
And add and console log add.
Okay. So about the add thing, so we are like in arrow functions, we return the things. Okay. So this arrow function, like add 5 and 3, will give us it will give us 7, I think. And no, it will not give us 7. Console log add give us 7, I think.
Okay. Remember your answers. So let me just clarify.
Undefined.
Function one invocation will give
Undefined.
you the console log. No, it will give you the console. Since we are console logging here, so
yeah.
when we execute function one, it will console log, and we will have here whatever this thing is. But since
But
we
the
are not
value is not there,
invoking
so A plus
the,
B.
I mean, we are not using the values. Yeah, then in that case, the
A plus
sum
B.
is going to be undefined. All the things are going to be undefined. So console log will be there, but it will console log undefined.
Yeah, in
And
same here also.
same goes here. Since we are not
Yes.
passing the parameters only.
It
Yeah.
is not, we are not returning it. So that's why when we are console logging it, so it
No,
will
we are
give us
not using the parameters. That's why it is giving us undefined. Not because of the
also
return
because of
statement.
that, and because also we are not returning it. Now we only console log whenever we return inside a function.
Return things comes when we execute this thing, like when we do this thing. Then before returning, we are getting the undefined.
So
And
undefined
coming here, since we are using the parameters now, 5 and 3, and then we are returning the summation of A and B. So in this case, since we get the return statement, return is A and B, we will have the return statement here. I mean, A and B will be giving us 5 plus 3 is equals to 8. But since we are not console logging the result, we
yes,
need
so
the
that's
console
why
log
we
statement to
give here
see it.
also undefined.
So that's why here we will be having nothing. We will be having nothing. No, nothing.
Nothing. Okay. And this
No.
will give us 8. This will give us 8.
Yes, this will give us 8.
So my
So
answer is
your
correct,
answer
na?
was partially right.
Where is
Okay.
I am wrong?
I'll
give the same
discuss
answer.
it after the meet. Yeah.
Okay.
Vishal, pause the recording for a moment. Nice. So this is another question. Let me open the question first. Yeah. This question will explain Akash. Yeah, Akash, go ahead and see the question. Take your time. Till then, pause the recording.
So here const promises, that is
Yeah.
turning with the new promises where we have two parameters, resolve and reject. Then it will be resolved because there is a set time out where we have taken the 1 seconds. So it will be resolved. Then after come out from that arrow function, we have another promises dot, then where the result is console dot result. So it will be first, I think. Console.result will be first, and after that it is returning the second, then dot, then result is not resolving here. That's why it will be, yeah, first the console.log will be first and the console.result will be the second.
Okay, fine. So without the time boundation, I won't be able to explain it, but I will surely help you to explain it after the meet. I recorded your output. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, nice. Okay, so going to Kritika, your question is this. Let me share the screen. Why isn't sharing? Yeah. Yeah, so there is a number which includes an object, and here we are using this, and here we are consoling the this. So take your time. You have 2 minutes. Brood upon this question and give me a guess. Pause the recording as well.
Okay. So what is my guess now? Console.log will give 1, and 1 is the number. The 1 is as usual we give you only 1 as ONE, and comma, the rest will give that whole object, like 1 is 1, 2 is 2, 3 is 3, 4 is 4, and that's it. That is my guess.
Okay, so this one, the value 1 is going to give me the word 1 or the value 1. What value does it hold? Like if I console log 1, will it give me the key
number,
or the value?
1. Number
Okay,
1.
number 1. Nice.
Yeah.
And the rest?
Rest will give entire object. 1 is
Entire
1,
object?
2, like a ONE is 1, TWO 2.
Okay, this
Because
whole object.
Whole object, whether that's only I have a doubt, but 1 second. You come, yeah, I think it gives a whole object. Yeah.
Okay, nice. So
Otherwise,
1 is 1
I
and
have
2
one, whether
is...
it's give a whole object or only the value of 1, 2, 3, 4. I think it gives a whole object.
Okay, so let me clarify. You was right that this 1 will give you the 1, only the first element. But since we are destructuring here and we are getting the first element here and the rest elements here, so all the other elements, all the other keys will form an object and another object, and that object will be stored inside rest. So this 1 will give you the first element and the rest will give you the object including or consisting 2, 3, and 4.
Inside one object, there will be
the
one number and another whole object will be there.
Yes,
right.
The rest elements. Good, nice. So you're done.
Okay,
Wait a
recording
second.
stop.
No, it is going on. Okay, Vishal, pause the recording. Recording on. Yeah, so Maheen, this question is for you. Take 2 minutes and give me a guess.
Stop the recording.
Okay, so first
Yeah,
of
go ahead.
all, Okay, so in console.log array 2, we find a like a 1 to 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because in second line array 2 equal to this array 1 means we cloning the first array 1 and after we adding some new element in array 2. So this is yes 1, 2, 3, 4, and after that in cons like a first, second, and this rest operator, we are like a destructuring that thing, and in and using the array of array 2. It means the first word capture the 1 and second word capture the 2. This is the what console.log 1, 2, and in the rest we get a new array like a remaining values like a 3, 4, 5. New array 3, 4, 5. This is what the answer of second console.log.
Nice. Absolutely correct. This is the exact
Thank you.
explanation and nice correct question. Correct answer. Good. Moving to the next participant. Pause the recording.
Yes, screen तो share करके question तो दिखाओ.
एक second. So yeah, guys, now we are going to our next participant, which is Vishal. So Vishal, this is for you. Yeah, hope it is visible. Go ahead, take your time, 2 minutes, starting now.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah, Amit, I made my answer. So the answer is when we console log greet, so we will get hello guest of 2 into 2 times. Hello.
Again, give me a
We
one
will
line
get
answer.
yeah. When we console dot log, so we will get hello guest of 2 into 2 times.
Okay, good. Final. Now I'll correct you. It will be hello, and then since it is a variable name will take the variable name, which is guest, returning the guest here, and then 2 into 2 is an expression, and it will evaluate to something. So 2 into 2 means that 2 raised to the power 2. So it will evaluate to a value, and that value will be 4. So the final value of this will be 4, and after that times. So hello guest comma dash 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 4 times. So this would be the final explanation. I guess you forgot this. This is a expression, and it evaluates to a value. Yeah. So nice try. Stop the recording.
Right.
Yeah, go ahead. So resuming the share. Okay, Supriya, go ahead. This is your question. We have an object called detailed with some values dash dash dash. And in the next line, we are again doing this and console log this. Yes.
Okay. So I cannot guess the correct output, but I can tell you how I approach the question. So basically, there is a const details named one object, and object is having one more object inside it named address. Okay, and in the const, in the other element, we are just reassigning details as name and dot 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 address. Dot 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 address means to spread it. It means the whole object, whatever address has, it will be giving you the whole array as it is. Okay, according to me, and then he is consoling name and address. So according to me, name, the John itself will come because simply the name is coming here, and address will as we have named address equal to details, so maybe address will come as it is stored in details. Yeah.
Okay, so name will give you the John, the string John, and address will give you what?
The whole details itself, I believe. This address
Whole
one.
detail in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
sense.
yeah. This address city, New York, and country, USA, like this.
Inside object or like as it is, like as a key?
As it is.
Like
As it is. Not a key,
whole object.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm glad that your guess was right. Name will give you John, and since you are spreading the other elements, after that we are only having 2 keys. So age and address. But since age is also there, so address and age will go to inside address. So address is not a key here. Address is just a variable, and we are spreading the rest of the object elements. So age is there and the address is there. So address was right, but along with that address, age is also going to be spreaded inside that. So yeah, address is going to give you an object with age and address inside it. So
Okay, now
you are
I got
partially
it.
right, but you
Yeah,
you missed this age. Good, nice try.
yeah.
So I hope good. So we have done with our all the questions, but due to some time limitations, we couldn't completed the coding problem. We'll solve it later. And now let's talk about feedbacks. Pause the recording. Nice. I guess it was a little bit trickier and interesting along with the way. So you could have performed better, but since it was a little bit out of the league, like questions were from here and there, so it was a little hard. But since I can see you have the explanation better, like you explained it better according to your set of knowledge. It was better, but some of you guys were taking a little bit longer time, or your explanation was not that much technically correct. You had the idea, you know the concept, but you lacked that technical explanation. Talking about Karan and Mahin, you both took a little more time because you were explaining in very detail. So interviewer don't want that. If you know the basic concept, just go ahead that. And if you want to explain more, just ask the interviewer, because time is there. Akash was right, and he concisely made the explanation and to the point and within the time. So learn from Akash. Great shout out to Akash and Supriya and Vishal. Same advice for you all. And advice for that the same advice that I gave Supriya. Like if you know the answer, well and good. But if you don't know, just go through the thought process, because interview just wants your thought process. He is less likely know the answer. Like he don't want the answer, he just want to know your thought process. Yeah, that was my final thing. So shout out to Akash, because he set an example like how you should explain the questions. And if you know the questions, just go through the concepts and let it be within time, because time is important. Yeah, so with this good thought, Amit Marmumu is going to end this sessions, and we will meet you guys tomorrow with a new host and with a new topic. Till then, see you guys.